Hello, and welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play video with me, Elven Dragon. So, last episode we went and built up kind of a small little farm to get a bunch of mud so we could start working on some more of our terraforming. And as you can see, that has been going quite well. We've gotten about 2 to 3 stacks worth of muddy mangrove roots and rooted dirt in here, as well as all of our other blocks. And I'm quite liking how this is turning out. It is kind of hard to see the path through here, so we may have to figure out another way of kind of making that stand out a little bit. But I do like how the groundwork here is coming together. And we've got a few more things kind of marked out here. So we've got space here marked out for a farm, and we've got space over on the other side of the path marked out for a small little chicken coop. But today, I think we need to address a small problem. Namely, we don't really have a great way of repairing our tools. So we have our little trial spawner that we have down in our trial chamber that we have, which works great. The issue is that it only spawns stuff every 30 minutes, so we need a very long time to repair our tools. We could use our villagers over here, which are working great. We've got a whole bunch of new ones here. We got a fisherman, we got a shepherd. The only problem is we need a whole bunch of our resources. And, well, with the iron farm not really working too well, that means we're kind of stuck. And they're great, but they're still a little slow. Now, we haven't managed to find a spawner around here at all outside of the trial chambers ones. So that's out. So what I'm thinking we might do is we might try to jury rig up a little bit of a mob farm. So heading down into our basement, we have a lot of space around here right now that we still need to figure out what to do with. We still have to figure out this section here. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do with this. Looks like our little walls here are starting to oxidize. Was that a zombie I heard? Anyway, I'm thinking mob farm, not going to be on this layer. We're a little close to the surface, which could work. We could make that work. But it doesn't really fit with what we have down there, and thinking probably not the best. I don't want to have to deal with trying to adjust the terraforming around it at all. So what I'm thinking is, we've got our mine here. And I'm thinking we've got space down here that I've kind of used to mine some andesite. And, well, I kind of just expanded it out into a nice little square here. So I'm thinking, oh, apparently we have slimes down here. Maybe we could make a slime farm. That might be another option. But what I'm thinking is we'll just build a small little mob farm in here. Probably just darkened room and let the mobs spawn in. Just because we don't have any bamboo for scaffolding to make that work a little bit better. So again, dark room, let the mobs spawn in, let them come to us. Only problem is going to be creepers. We do have a geode down underground here. It's a little bit of a trek to get there. But that might actually be good. We could put some glass up here, put some tinted glass there. Alternately, I'm thinking since we've got all those slimes down here, I know where that chunk border is. You know what? Now that I see the slimes might actually be a better option. Maybe we'll do both. I don't know. I'm gonna try and figure out where exactly all those slimes are. So we're hearing more slimes down here. And then I'll be back. Alright, so I did a little poking around, and it seems like that slime chunk is got too many caves to really be useful to us right now. I suppose we could probably dig it all out and get something from it. But down our stairs, through the trial chamber, through a complex series of caves, half of which are flooded with reservoirs like this one here, we have our geode. And apparently an enderman with a piece of gravel, which we kind of need. Anyway, enderman aside, we have this geode right here. I actually haven't poked into this thing at all. I think this cave might go around it, but it's flooded, so we won't chance it just yet. I've actually come down here a few times trying to find more dirt, but pretty much every cave around here is flooded. So let's break our way into here and see what we're working with. Looks like we got a budding amethyst right there. That's a good sign. This looks to be a fairly small geode. That's fine. Yeah, this does not look to be a very budding amethyst rich geode. Well, I guess we've got amethyst that we can work with now. That could actually be nice for decorating. So I'm gonna wait around here. It also looks like this is a little far out of our normal loading area. So we don't have a whole lot of full grown amethyst here either. Darn. Well, we've got a few shards. Looks like we're gonna have to wait around for a few more. But I'm gonna go clean this up, see what we're working with in terms of budding amethyst. And then I'll be back. Hopefully I'll be able to get enough shards to get a reasonable amount of tinted glass. And also, we need to get some glass. Anyway, one thing at a time. All right, so a little bit of cleaning stuff out and a little bit of waiting later. And I have to say, this is the worst geode I have ever seen. We have a grand total of 7 budding amethysts in this entire thing, which for the amount of time it's going to take to get it down here and back, honestly, unless we really, really, really want amethyst for something, I'm not quite sure that this is going to be worth it. We may have to go find another geode and also find a better way in and out of this thing. But we have just over a stack. We've got over 3 stacks of full amethyst blocks. Bring back up, which we could probably use for decorating. That might actually be a good thing to put in the walls. Love to put it in the floors, but I don't think we want to listen to the dings from that all the time. But with that, it's time to make the long trek back out of here so we can go and get some glass smelted up, get some tinted glass, and get to work on building up that mob farm. So I'm going to navigate my way out of these caves, get that set up, and then I'll be right back. All right, so tinted glass obtained, and I've got a bit of an idea of what to do for this. Now, originally what I was thinking is we just put a wall here and just push all the mobs to the corner here, and then trap doors on top of that. Something kind of like this. We might still do that. That actually doesn't look too bad. I think maybe we'll switch these out for stairs, though, just so that it looks a little bit nicer. Going to actually swap these to the top here. Be easier to put in. So that'll keep all of our mobs in place. What I'd eventually like to do is I'd eventually like to set up a trident killer for this, because that'll make this fully automatic. Now, this is just going to be for our collection. This isn't that big, but we've got some grass blocks here. It's going to help me figure out how high we have to make this. So I'm going to go and get up to where we need to put our mob spawning platform, and then I'll be right back. In retrospect, I should have brought some torches with me. Oh well, we'll be fine. All right, that's better. Now we can actually see what we're doing up here. So this is going to be our layer that we're going to have our mob spawn on, and it's a small mob farm. Now, since we don't have any scaffolding to kind of just spawn them in there and push them all into the center, what we're going to do is we're just going to go back to an old classic. Trapdoors, stone grid, and hope that works. Is it perfect? No. Could we probably build this a bit bigger? Maybe. I'm hoping, though, that this will be sufficient to actually repair our pickaxe and shovels. Then we can work on expanding this out once those are fully fixed. So as we go, we'll slowly kind of upgrade this farm if it works. Still don't know if that's going to actually be enough to repair our tools or not, but it's the best option that we've got. And plus, this will get us some more rotten flesh for trading with clerics once we actually get some clerics. So, all that remains would be to take out all the stone between here and the drop chamber, put in some water, and take out the torches. Hope it works. So, I've got a bit of digging to do, and yes, then I'll be back. All right, fully dug out. All that remains is take out those lights and bring the water stream down here because, yeah. So I'm thinking just a solid stream of water along the back. We might even be able to leave that torch in there just so we can see better. I know we put the tinted glass down there, and that kind of defeats the purpose, but it does help us see back here. Now, the only thing left is to see if this thing actually spawns any mobs. Hopefully. And hopefully it's not while we're actually in here. There we go. Let's actually look. It does look plenty dark up there. So we just have to wait for them to wander down and into the trap. So I'm going to wait here, see if we get anything. And I'll be back once we've gotten some mobs around here. I actually don't know how many caves there might still be unlit around here, so I don't even know if this thing's going to produce anything. Only one way to find out, though. Alright, so we've got a few mobs in here, so this isn't completely broken. Now, that creeper is going to be a bit of an issue. So we'll have to be fast with opening up the trap doors. And make sure to take these guys out first. But, in theory, we have that. Looks like it'll just come right through the stone. I did actually put in this section here just to kind of allow some of that to flow out here, which we may need to put in some water or something to allow the items to flow out through here to get some more items that way. But it's not a perfect solution, but it should kind of work. Yeah, this thing's probably going to be really, really slow. Oh well. At the very least, we do have a mob farm now. So we should be able to get some stuff from that, which is going to require us to kind of go under here and just snag all of the drops that are over here. You know, I really didn't think this planned through all the way. But collection issues aside, I think that we can call this somewhat of a success. At the very least, we got even more stone to train to our stonemason, and that'll help us repair our pickaxe. And eventually, once we get all of the caves around here lit up, this should work. I know I could have put this way above ground, but I don't particularly want to put something floating up in the sky. I just don't feel like it'd fit right with the area that we've got being built up on the surface. So, down here in the caves it goes. And, well, we'll figure something out for experience eventually. And it might just be that we have to use the villagers. But now, I think that that is probably going to be just about it for today. I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing if you want to see more of what is going on this island and in the rest of this world. And I will catch you all in the next one. Goodbye.